Hello everybody, this is your Tip Tuesday mini vid tip of the day. Today we're talking about label reading, okay? So once you venture into the clean gut, whole food eating arena, or if you're just trying to drop some weight and get healthier and navigate a better food system for yourself, you're gonna want to really start reading labels, okay? Just because something says organic doesn't mean, yes, throw it in the basket, okay? So this that I'm getting ready to share with you are kind of the guidelines I abide by in my house. As in everything, especially in nutrition, there will be other people who say otherwise. You've got to go with your own gut, literally. You need to pay attention to how foods affect you, the kinds of things your system is telling you, and if the outside of your body is not reflecting the way you really want it to, and you're not fit and healthy the way you want to be, then you've got to address the food, and you've got to be willing to try something different. Okay, so label reading. When they started putting labels on food, we all went, yay! Now we're gonna have to figure out how to read them. And everybody went to, sodium milligrams and sugar content and fat and calories. Don't look at a single one of those things, okay? Because again, a calorie is not just a calorie. What is it sourced from? I eat a ton of good fats, I eat a ton of calories, but it's all coming from whole, real places. So this whole idea of counting calories and really, minutia of milligrams, if you get into whole food eating, you're not gonna have to worry about that, okay? So what to look for on a label if you're not looking at those things? Well, the one that you've probably heard a lot of is make sure you can recognize it, okay? Our foods, and especially packaged foods, are filled with crap, right? And a lot of it's chemical. And I talk about, would you take your chemical cleaners for your car, for your household, and spray them on your food to season them for dinner? No, you're not going to, right? Because you go, that's toxic. Okay, well, guess what? Those things are already in your foods, okay? And we need to learn how to navigate and how to read those. If you choose to ingest those, totally your choice. But you want to be educated about what you're ingesting and not totally be caught off guard. So my rule number one, make sure you can recognize it. If you really are like, I don't know what that is, do a quick little Google on your phone. That's what it's there for, right? To improve our lives. So educate yourself as you go. But if you can't recognize it, probably your body's not going to either. Our body is this beautiful natural system that works with the things that come from the earth and from nature, right? And when you start to put chemical compound things in there, it goes, hold up, I wasn't programmed to digest those things initially, and it kind of screws with things long term. So anything you can't recognize is out. The next one you probably heard a lot of too, like only have 5 to 8 ingredients in it. Well, that would be stunning, except for what if it's a really beautiful salsa and it's got 15 ingredients, but it's all organic and it's all vegetables and it's all herbs? That would be a yes, buy that one, okay? So when you're looking at the label, yes, you want to recognize it. I don't put a number on how many ingredients are in it because I just think that limits you too much, especially when it's hard to navigate as it is. But you do want to be able to go, yes, I know what that is, yes, I know what that is, yes, I know what that is, so that you know what you're putting into your body. Okay? The next one, again, as in all things, people are going to say other things differently. This is what we abide by in our house. No canola oil, none. Just don't do it. It is gut rot, and it goes through a chemical process to be filtered, and you're just putting that into your system. So anything that has been cooked, fried, blah, 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 in canola oil is a no for me. The next ones, artificial flavoring, natural flavoring. Okay, we're gonna start with natural flavoring because you go, it's natural, it's fine. This is where the labeling gets real tricky, okay, for people, because those little headings are really the I don't know heading. Okay, so gluten is natural, corn is natural. Those things, if I ingest it in my body, haywired, okay, really haywired, and within 24 hours or less, this is no good. I have IBS, I have celiac, and I have minus the thyroid. So I need to know exactly what's in my food so I know how my system can be safe and healthy. So even things that are natural, not healthy for me. Okay, so I don't go anywhere near it because it's nebulous. Who knows what's in there? And my kids don't do it either. They're all gluten sensitive. So throw that one out. The next one, artificial flavoring, right? Because it's artificial and they're not telling you what it is. So literally it could be anything that's in that food. So when you want your body to start changing and responding in a healthy way, then you need to put real things in it. And believe it or not, it will start to evolve and peel away like this gorgeous onion. So where then weight loss and health benefits start to really be this beautiful evolutionary process rather than beating your body into submission and counting little milligrams and calories that are just stressing you out and producing cortisol and other stress hormones that keep weight on you. If you're eating real stuff, your body will respond to it, I promise, okay? The next two to avoid, inulin and carrageenan. These might be a little bit debatable. Carrageenan is fairly proven now to be gut rot. It is a seaweed. It does come from the ocean. And everybody goes, yay, seaweed, iodine, awesome. No, it's gut rot. And so it disrupts the good and bad bacteria balance is what it does, okay? So if you've already got some issues in that arena, it's gonna make things worse, right? So you want a balance of good and bad. And if it's got carrageenan in it, you're just tilting that scale to make things so much harder for yourself. It's been shown, both inulin and carrageenan, to cause diarrhea, to things that are not okay for your system, okay? Inulin is the one that gets a little trickier to navigate. You might just need to make that decision on your own, do a little bit of research of whether it's okay or whether it's not. Again, it can come from a natural source, but it's a thickener and has been shown to give some trouble to sensitive bellies, which mine is, but then we're all sensitive. And when you start to put things in that disrupt that balance, you're creating a sensitivity in your body. Why would you do that? The places where you see these the most, they're thickeners, and you're gonna see them in boxed alternative milks. So everybody goes, I kind of get it now to stay away from dairy, right? Unless it's coming straight from the cow and it's raw. And so everybody goes to an alternative boxed milk. Yee, that's kind of scary territory and honestly probably a downgrade or a level trade-off. So you're gonna get into some of that, why you need to read the box and read the label and go, what's actually in it? Just because it says it's almond milk, it's probably got 3 mysterious thickeners and 3 other chemicals that you're like, I don't know what that is. Why would you put it in your body if you don't know what it is? Okay, so these are my label reading tips. It's just a tip. If you have questions about them, ask. You can do research on your own. I can help tell you why these are the things that I abide by past this video, okay? But when you get into a healthy, fit lifestyle, you've got to be a little bit more vigilant because there's a whole lot of crap out there in our foods, but it's much easier to navigate around than you think. And then you're going to find stuff that you're like, wow, that's really not so bad for me because I recognize everything's in it. Or at least you are armed with education and you get to make the choice now. When you're putting it into your body, is this something that is feeding, fueling, bolstering, and nourishing me? Or is it purely emotional, completely product-oriented consumerism, like fun entertainment? Those are choices, and you are welcome to make either one of those. And sometimes, do I make one of those other choices? Every time I have a glass of alcohol? Absolutely, okay? But being empowered with information empowers the results in your body. So then you get to make a choice. It's not just happening to you, you are an active party in it. So hopefully these food labeling reading tips were helpful. And if you need anything further, just ask and maybe I'll cover it on the next Tip Tuesday mini vid. See you later.